ustedes la palabra.
Hamouda, on commence, on présente les programmes.
Oui, Marcella.
Je vais les présenter
Sí,
en français.
vas-y.
Ok,
Ok.
donc bonjour.
Tú en francés y mi en español está mejor como se mi también.
No, no,
mejor,
no. Ok, yo en español y tú en francés. Ok,
Sí.
mejor. Ok. Entonces, buenos días, buenas tardes, buenas noches a todos y todas. Les damos a nombre del Secretariado del Consejo Internacional, les damos la bienvenida a esta reunión del Consejo Internacional. Tenemos una propuesta de agenda para el día de hoy. Copié en inglés, en francés y en portugués en el chat. Lo primero sería la bienvenida. Tal vez podemos una bienvenida a todos, sobre todo los nuevos que están. Después, el punto 2 sería hablar sobre los avances de los preparativos del Foro Social Mundial en Asia. En esta parte sería principalmente la palabra para los compañeros representantes de Asia, que hagan una presentación, si ha habido avances desde la última reunión, una actualización de las informaciones. Y también con respecto, podríamos iniciar la discusión con respecto a las futuras comisiones para la organización del Foro Social, que sería la Comisión de Metodología, Finanzas, Comunicación, Movilización. Ese sería el gran punto de esta reunión, el punto número 2, digamos, donde estaríamos, digamos, concentrados esta mañana. Pero también el punto 3 proponemos una actualización de la información con respecto al sitio internet, a la página internet del foro. Hay algunas informaciones nuevas, los progresos que hay. Y tercero, tendríamos varios puntos que sería decidir aquí colectivamente cuál sería el mejor día para hacer las reuniones del CI, porque hay personas que prefieren la semana, otros el final de semana, decidir aquí conjuntamente. Y también si hay algunos eventos importantes de las organizaciones, de miembros del CI que están organizándose o organizarse en las próximas semanas, próximos meses, dar información. Esos serían los puntos, los 4 puntos de la agenda de hoy. Hamouda, no sé si tendrías algo que agregar.
Marcela, um instante,
Não,
por favor,
je parle en
companheiros.
français, não.
Peraí, Hamouda,
Não,
um
j'ai
instantinho,
pas.
Hamouda. Por favor, fechem os microfones. Tem companheiros que ainda estão com os microfones abertos.
Está bien, gracias, Hamouda.
C'est bon, Liège? S'il vous plaît, ce Pedro Ivo, il a fermé. Donc, presque tout le monde a fermé son micro. Non, j'ai rien à ajouter. On peut commencer. On peut donner la parole à nos amis d'Asie, du Népal, par rapport aux différentes... c'est quoi les avancées qu'il y a eu par rapport aux rencontres qu'ils ont fait entre eux. J'ai vu que peut-être l'information que Mina, tout à l'heure, a envoyée sur le chat du Conseil pour une rencontre en présentiel, je pense, ou si je me rappelle bien, à Bangkok, c'est ça, Amina. Donc, aussi donner des informations par rapport à ça. Donc, vous avez la parole. Je ne sais pas qui du team Mina ou Cam ou Netra
Mina,
qui va parler.
I'm not sure Mina is logged in.
Mina, okay. Okay,
But
Mina is here.
Arjun and Netra will be speaking.
Yeah.
Sent the invitation for the Bangkok meeting, and you can come to that. It will be part of the presentation from Netra and Arjun. Anyway,
okay.
Please go ahead.
Thank you. Welcome from
Okay.
Nepal.
Donc, vous pouvez commencer. À vous la parole.
Okay, maybe. So, yeah, thank you very much. I would like to begin the sharing from Nepal. My name is Arjun Kharge. I'm supporting Nepal team. Basically, we had several meetings after Bangkok. several round of meeting among Nepali civil society organization. There were trade union, peasant organization, NGO, human rights organization, women movement, indigenous communities. They all are represented in Nepal team. So we have a secretariat, we have a national council, but this is led by my colleague, comrade Netra Timsina. He and Tikaswari will make a detailed presentation of our preparatory work and also our future strategy. Netra, over to you. Netra Tikaswari, you will take a turn to make presentation.
Thank you, Arjun. Rosie, could you please make a co-host to me and Tikaswari? Tikaswari, you just see in the list, Tikaswari, and then so that we can make a screen sharing.
Okay. Rosie, can you, por favor, puede para el partage de la...
Yes, in one moment.
Tikaswari, two people, Tikaswari and then Netra. Okay.
Netra and Tikaswari.
Yeah.
Netra and Tikaswari. Okay, perfect.
Tika. Tika. And then Tika will present, and then in the discussion, I will lead that facilitating the discussion, question and answer, and then but Tika will present.
Okay, perfect.
And we have several Nepali civil society leaders. They have joined as observer, and they can also contribute to the discussion.
Yes, they are the organizing committee members. Thank you.
Marhaba.
Yeah.
Please, what is Kaswari? Please, what is your hand?
Tikaswari.
Yes, I'm here.
Yeah,
you are there,
perfect.
Okay, Tika, start.
Okay, Tika, well done. Okay, you go to the first slide, and then you go to the slideshow. Yeah, Tika, you go to the slideshow from the first one.
Okay. Yes. Good evening, everyone. Namaste. I'm Tikaswari Rai. I work for RRN. I'm associated with RRN. Yes, today in this presentations, I will mostly present about the activities we have done so far for the preparatory of World Social Forum 2024. Yeah, World Social Forum 2024 is going to be held from 14th to 9 February in Kathmandu, Nepal. Yes, before going to our preparatory activities, why Nepal? Why we choose Nepal? Because the Constitution of Nepal has guaranteed the freedom of opinion and expression, assemble peaceably and without arms, freedom to the forms of unions and associations, freedom to move and reside in any part of Nepal. Likewise, Nepal ranked 73rd position out of 163 countries, according to the
Tika, could you please speak slowly so that translator can also simultaneously translate? A little slow.
Yeah. And take your time. We are not a hurry.
Yeah.
Don't rush.
Yes.
Relax. Okay, and then Yeah. We are not professional, so we can wait. We need to help each other in terms of translation. Large number of our friends, they don't speak English. We have Portuguese, French, Spanish, so they need translation too.
Okay. Thank you, sir.
Go ahead, Tika.
Yes, thank you for this feedback. Yes, Nepal ranked 73rd position out of 163 countries, according to the Global Peace Index 2022, including Nepal, governance, stability, rights, acceptability, and good diplomatic relations with neighboring countries, social safety and security. Likewise, the Constitution of Nepal has also guaranteed people's sovereign right to autonomy and self-rule while maintaining freedom, sovereignty, territorial integrity, national unity, and independence. And Nepal has got also experience of organizing regional events such as People's Sark, which was held just last year, 2022. In the same way, Nepal Social Forum, a 3-day event, was also held in Kathmandu in 2018, which attracted 97 civil society organizations and NGOs across Nepal. In the same way, World Social Forum also provides an opportunity to the country, to the Nepal, to showcase Nepal's heritage, hospitality, natural, social and cultural diversity and interaction with communities. And also provides, WSF provides platform for growing civil society organizations like farmer organization, trade organizations, community forest users, Federation, Dalit organizations, youth organizations, women rights, human rights organizations, those who are working on social and political issues and connect to other networks. Yes, while organizing the program, while hosting the World Social Program, we also work in close coordinate with Ministry of Home Affairs, Ministry of Foreign Affairs, Ministry of Culture, Tourism and Civil Aviation, Ministry of Women, Children and Social Welfare, and other concerned government stakeholders for their support and participation. Yes, now I would like to explain how WSF 2024 arrived to hold meeting in Nepal. These are the chronological orders. Bangkok meeting that was held in August 2022 that decided again we should have to hold WSF meeting in Asia. Likewise, National Consultation of Asia Pacific Social Forum meeting that was also held in 2022 in Kathmandu. Asia Pacific Social Forum Facilitation Committee meeting that was held in January 2023 in Kathmandu. Nepal CSO's consultation on WSF meeting that was also held in 2023. And likewise, World Social Forum preparatory meeting in Nepal with CSOs that was held in February and April. While we are doing the preparatory meetings, the major decisions that were made in the preparatory meeting was, while choosing the organization, National Organization Committee will look for the organization that are working for the social movements, federation and networks for grassroots organizations, trade unions, farmer organizations, youth organizations, and women's organizations. Likewise, the organization committee must adopt an approach of inclusiveness. This means that 50% of women participation, including ethnic groups, Dalits, and disability groups. Likewise, representation from different subcommittee to the main organizing committee for the interconnection. This means at least one person from the subcommittees has to be in the main organizing committee for the interconnection. Each organization nominates a main focal person to the organizing committee and
committee, not community. You speak, Tika, you speak slowly because people don't understand if you say community for committee. So you clearly spell out what you are talking about. Okay, go ahead.
Okay, thank you. Thank you for the feedback. Each organization nominates a main focal person to the organizing committee and an alternative member from each organization. At least one woman must be recommended to be in the organizing committee. Engaging organizations were supposed to volunteer their names shortly to include in the subcommittees they are interested in and have the capacity to contribute. Likewise, one independent secretariat will be set up shortly and multiple secretariats could be established for the subcommittees. The staff for the secretariat will be employed once the budget for the WSF is ensured. Likewise, we also need to work on the development of this logo, website, and reservation. It's already done, reservation of the main venue, that is the Prakriti Mandap, and looking for the alternate venues, making guidelines TOR for the National General Council. Yes, this work is also we have almost done. Email account, yes, this will be shortly. Request resource from the government, yes, this is in progress. We need to do work on this. Holding preparatory meetings in all 7 provinces, this also in progress. We need to do these works in the coming days. Okay, here are the activities, what we have done so far. In January, CSO's meeting to discuss about the possibility of WSF in Nepal, drafting concept note for WSF, these are completed. In January, formation of Nepal General Council, meeting for the discussion on the role of the organizing committee. The organizing committee will be politically and socially inclusive, and the percentage of the time commitment for the organizing committee members, leaders is as follows: 30% work need to be done from 2 to 3 months. Yes, this is from this implements from now. 50% works has to be completed in between 4 to 6 months, and 100% from 7 to 10 months. In March, the International Council held a meeting to finalize the formal process to declare Kathmandu, Nepal as the host country. This work is also completed in March. And April, International Committee decisions to approve Nepal's proposal as it's already declared, and we shared news, this good news, both in national and international committees. And in the end of this April, we need to start off an independent secretariat and staffing, launching of websites of WSF 2024. And in September, International Committee meeting will be held in Nepal. October, November, December, January, this preparation continues. And in February, WSF Assembly forum will be held from 14 to 19. Yes, till now, Nepal Organization Committees has formed and under this.
Organizing, please, you say.
Yes, Nepal Organizing Committee has been formed, and under this organizing committee, there are 10 subcommittees that are logistic and events, resource and finance, program and methodology, volunteer mobilization, cultural heritage, liaison, outreach, communication and information technology, youth camp, health and security. Okay, regarding venues, accommodation and travel visas, we have reserved Prakriti Mandap as a main venue for the programs, site events, and Tudikal used as the inaugural of the forum. City Hall, RR campus, Patmodaya and campus, which are in a walking distance, will be used for the parallel sessions. And talking about visa process is relatively feasible in Nepal. According to accommodation, there are large number of hotels, guest house, dharmasala, and community homestay available in Kathmandu. This first picture is the picture of Prakriti Mandap, where we will have our programs here, site events, and this is City Hall, and this is the picture of Tudikal, where we will open our program. We will do our inauguration of the forum in Tudikal. Thank you.
Arjun?
Hello? Yeah?
Yes.
Netra?
Yeah.
You,
yes.
you want to add?
I think friends will have some queries, and then some, if they want to have some clarification, etc., and then I can make that.
Ok. Je vais parler en français. Merci à Tika. Si vous avez des questions ou des clarifications, vous pouvez prendre la parole, vous levez la main comme d'habitude et on va vous donner la parole. Après, s'il y a des ajouts, Netra va continuer la présentation. Il y a Pedro Ivo.
Tika, will you? Okay, thank you. Yes.
Pedro, vous voulez parler?
Pedro, levantaste la mano, ¿quieres hablar? Bueno.
Foi errado aqui, foi errado, desculpe. Vou tirar.
Okay.
Pedro, you are muted.
No, he didn't want to speak. He just and he's put his hand up, not just for getting it.
Bueno,
Est-ce qu'il y a
Bueno, Hamuda, ça va.
Vas-y, Marcela.
No, es lo mismo. Si hay preguntas, es el periodo, vamos a dar unos 30 minutos de intercambio por la presentación. Muchas gracias a los compañeros, compañeras de Asia que hicieron una excelente presentación. Entonces ahora pueden pedir la palabra, pueden inscribirse en el chat o levantar la mano. Si hay preguntas, dudas, esclarecimientos.
Mais si vous n'avez pas de questions, on peut demander à...
Ok, hay Rita y Leo. Rita.
Bom dia, boa tarde. Não sei o horário do Nepal agora, deve ser final de tarde. Eu queria agradecer a apresentação e é claro que temos uma expectativa grande em relação a...
Translation is not there.
Oi?
Rita's translation is not coming. Netra, are you listening?
No. There is no translation.
There is no translation. Rita, could you please wait?
Ok.
Rita, puedes recomeçar.
Sim. Eu logo mais vou abrir minha câmera assim que mudar de ambiente aqui. Bom, eu queria agradecer a apresentação, aos esforços que estão sendo...
No translation.
Não?
No translation.
May I talk in English, maybe?
Yes, Valentina.
Rita, hay traducciones, no hay problema.
Não há problema.
Okay.
Não, sim. Bom, espero que é muito importante que Nepal esteja escutando, não é? Eu queria agradecer a apresentação e aos esforços que estão sendo feitos, cumprimentar também. É muito importante para o processo...
We are not getting translation, sorry.
O que está acontecendo?
Yeah. Rita, we are not getting translation. Can somebody help?
Estoy viendo cuál es el problema, permítame.
Yeah.
Español, inglés, no. Valen, ¿puedes hacer?
Yes,
Ok, listo, adelante.
Adelante,
Rita.
Em
sí,
português.
Por favor.
Em português. Sim?
Sim.
Agora a tradução.
Sí, adelante.
Ok. Bom, eu quero dizer que estava agradecendo muito aos esforços do Nepal. E a apresentação também, dizer que essa proposta do Fórum Nepal é muito importante para o processo do Fórum Social Mundial, que desde 2004 não tinha uma conexão tão intensa, né, com o mundo asiático, com as organizações asiáticas, e isso era muito enriquecedor. Agradeço imensamente, em nome da Ciranda, que está muito entusiasmada com a ideia de um fórum no Nepal. E é claro que no Conselho Internacional nós temos uma grande expectativa de como será como será possível, está sendo pensada essa interação entre o processo internacional do Fórum, do Conselho Internacional, e o trabalho que está sendo desenvolvido no Nepal. Como pode ser feita e no que é importante ajudar, e em que áreas essa demanda é mais importante, mais urgente. Gostaria de ouvir uma fala que fosse direcionada ao Conselho Internacional. Qual é o papel do Conselho Internacional? E, é claro, nisso, saber dos avanços das comissões, quais estão já em pleno funcionamento, já é possível estabelecer um diálogo com as pessoas interessadas, com as organizações interessadas nessas comissões. Obrigada.
Gracias, Rita. Leo.
Thank you, Rita. Leo?
Good afternoon. I will speak in English. It is really very impressive what you just outlined at this time. It's still quite early, and if everything is organized that way, I am delighted with the process. I have some questions about some detailed questions. First of all, it's always the problem about people coming from other continents, especially Africa, Latin America, and so on. If you hope to have some budget for the travel, for the trips to go to Nepal. Secondly, when exactly do you plan to have it's in October, I think, the International Council meeting, where we could, let's say, concretize the interaction between the international, the IC and the organizing in space. And then I have a question, since it is in Asia, if you have some opinion or discussion or about the participation of China in this event. This has been a long-term problem always. Do you have any discussion, since that it takes place on the Asian continent? That is more or less what I wanted to ask.
Merci beaucoup, Léo. Puisqu'il n'y a pas d'autres, puisqu'il y a personne qui veut prendre la parole, est-ce que Netra pourrait vous répondre aux questions et après continuer avec votre présentation que vous voulez faire? Comme ça, on passe aux questions sur les commissions et tout ça.
Hamuda, ¿puedo hacer un resumen de las preguntas que se hicieron para ver si algunos compañeros del Asia quieren responder?
Ok.
Ok, entonces son preguntas. Solicitamos que los compañeros de Comité de Organización de Asia respondan algunas inquietudes que fueron planteadas por Rita y Leo. Primero, la interacción. ¿Cómo ven ustedes? ¿Qué piensan? ¿Cuál sería la interacción entre el Consejo Internacional y el Comité de Organización de Nepal? ¿Dónde serían las, digamos, donde ustedes necesitan mayores apoyos? ¿Cuáles serían las necesidades? ¿Dónde debería tal vez en esta interacción consagrar más esfuerzos los miembros del CI para apoyar en la organización? Esa sería como la primera pregunta. Segundo, ¿cómo ven ustedes o ya han discutido algo con respecto al financiamiento, con respecto a los viajes? Porque la idea es tener delegados de todo el mundo. Entonces, si ustedes ya han tenido alguna discusión o visualizan algo con respecto a los costos y si habría algún tipo, imagino, de financiamiento para permitir un número importante de delegados internacionales. También con respecto a la reunión del CI, que sería en el mes que ustedes están convocando para septiembre, creo, en Nepal. También si ya también se podría ver si con respecto a la participación y cuáles serían un poco los objetivos o cómo se podrían fortalecer los vínculos con redes internacionales en esta reunión. Y cuarto sería una pregunta con respecto a la participación de representantes de China. Si ya hay discusiones con organizaciones de China, ha habido discusión ustedes o hay ya una interacción con organizaciones para ver cuál sería la participación de organizaciones chinas en el Foro Social Mundial. Esas serían como las 4 preguntas. Cualquiera miembro puede responderlas como ustedes quieran.
Okay, let me begin, then Netra and our country team will add on this. In fact, I would really appreciate I am getting translation too. Okay.
Sí.
So I would like to thank everyone for understanding our proposal and also recognizing the work that we have done so far. And also I really would like to thank IC member for asking us, okay, what kind of support we need from you. Basically, we are very much confident that we can do very good mobilization, not only in Nepal, but also at South Asia level in terms of mobilization. But also, we are trying to work at Asia Pacific level. We have a special committee dedicated to do mobilization at Asia Pacific level. And basically, Nepal team is guided, supported by Asia Pacific team. And what we need from you is basically, we need your support and guidance and resource mobilization part, basically in order to encourage participants who are from the social movement, but not enough financial resources. So fundraising is one of the issues that we need your support and guidance. We have a dedicated team to work on this part. But before I hand over this to Netra and our country team, I would like to clarify one interesting thing that, okay, I don't know, is it Leo or somebody was asking China's participation. We have to be very frank and honest with you that we welcome participants from China, but it would be very difficult if we mobilize people who are critical of China. Nepal will not allow us to do any activity that would politically challenge China. This is not possible. In Nepal government will not allow that. We have to be very clear about it. But those who movement active in China can come and participate. But if it is anti-China against the Chinese government, then this will be not possible in Nepal. Over to you, Netra, and our country team, if anyone would like to add on this.
Thank you, Arjun. I want to be very brief, and I want to second Arjun, what Arjun already said, no? And then in Nepal, today we are participating from the Trade Union of Nepal, farmers organization, Dalit movements, and then the community forestry resource management, okay, community grassroots movement. So there are, and the women movements, okay. They are today they are participating as an observer to understand the whole World Social Forum
Não
process,
tem tradução para o português.
connecting from the international global to Asia to Nepal. Okay, so this is the today's participation, and then thank you very much the IC and then Asia Pacific facilitation team for supporting us, encouraging us Nepal team to host Nepal to make the World Social Forum in Nepal in 2024. In terms of the as Arjun already said that we need more international solidarity connecting from global to regional to Nepal, no, a kind of the international community, international council. So not only funding support, in terms of making more relevant, no, in the changing context from 2004 Mumbai to 2024 in Nepal, how we can make it a more relevant in terms of developing program content methods as well. Nevertheless, at this stage, the resource mobilization, funding support, that the minimum core funding support is critical to make it happen in Nepal. Okay, so we need to work together for that. And then, as one of the our friends said that the budget, etc., we don't have it. We are in the very preliminary stage. So let us start connecting from Nepal to Asia team, the Asia Pacific team, and then global team. Other than okay, so China case already Arjun said that we have some connection as a civil society, but don't know whether they come. And then Nepal and China has a special agreement that the no China land, Nepal land is allowed to raise any voices against the China. We have to be very much clear from the very beginning. So and then if any indication comes before our forum, the forum will be there, and then we will be not allowed to organize the forum. So that is the one political aspect that we need to understand globally. We are not in Asia level, in South Asia we understand that, but the globally. Thank you very much. Thank you for recognizing, and then also making the what is called our proposal, appreciating the proposal and the presentation that we have made. Thank you very much.
Muchas gracias. ¿Alguien más que va a dar algunos comentarios del grupo de Comité de Asia, el comité organizador?
Il y a Mina,
Ok.
Mina qui veut intervenir.
Ok, Mina.
Mike.
Tu micrófono, Mina.
Mina, you are mute.
Sorry, I didn't realize I was still muted. Yeah, no, just to add a little bit to the presentation that the friends from Nepal, and quite a few of them are here today to hear what the IC would have to say. And the preparations, the local preparations are very much underway.
Por favor, um instante, Mena. É o seguinte, tem duas pessoas ao mesmo tempo fazendo a tradução de português. Antes não tinha nenhum, agora tem duas, fica atrapalhando.
No português.
Vê se vocês se combinam aí, por favor, desculpa.
There is two Portuguese, not one. You can continue, Mina.
Okay. Okay, yeah. So one of the questions what Leo had asked about the budget, it is a very shoestring budget. As you know, I mean, budgeting money is scarce for everything nowadays. There's no money. So there is no money in the budget because I also work with the resource committee with the Nepalese comrades. And there are other people from Asia also in it. So although we are trying to raise money and we are getting help from various people in the International Council as well, there is no money for participation from for the candidates, for people coming from outside. And I don't think that has been the practice in the forum to be able to support participation from outside. No. Even within, all organizations are going to support their own participation. There will be money only for the logistics, for some of the meetings. Even for the meetings, we have all been spending money out of our own pockets. But now we will probably get a little bit of money for organizing meetings. A large amount of the money will go into the actual, the venues, the building on the venues, the toilets, the entire money that we are going to collect, almost all of it is going on logistics. Then we have the money for the secretariat. So given all this, if there is any money left over, then maybe we will be able to support even the participation of the International Council. Because even if for the participation of the International Council, there's very little money only for Asian and African participation. There is no money for, and we are keeping a little bit for Latin American participation, but otherwise there is no money. If we are able to collect more, great. But we have kept a very, what shall I say, modest target to be able to cover all this first. After 3 or 4 months, we will be able to tell you about these other questions. It's too early to know. Just wanted to explain about the budget. The IC is a long way off. The IC is a long way off. So by then, if you're able to collect some money, but we will totally take care of the local hospitality. Netra, maybe we should make that clear, no? Local hospitality will be taken care of, but not tickets. Except a few.
Sorry, Mina. Can you again say?
No,
that?
basically.
Muchas gracias, Mina. Mustafa.
Mustafa, you
yes.
are muted.
Yeah, I'm unmuting.
Okay.
Okay, no, just a very quick suggestion on how IC can support. I think one of the area is a communication. There's a lot of crowded space globally on which agenda to push where. So giving a profile and visibility to the World Social Forum as it's coming to Asia will be very critical. So I think our Nepali colleagues, we all can work together with the support of IC to have a very robust communications plan, including websites, social media, and any other means that are available. So it gives a proper profiling and visibility to the social movements and the agenda that we all want to push. Over.
Yeah, thank you, Mustafa, for raising this question. In fact, I just would like to add on this. The other area, it is along the line of what Mustafa mentioned, that when we fully establish our international secretariat, we need some volunteer who can work in multiple languages, French, Portuguese, Spanish. Speaking volunteers are needed, and I hope that IC member from different part of the world can help us on that too.
Thank you, Arjun and Mustafa and Mina and Netra. We already opened the questions. If the people need to have more clarification on things, and after these questions, we will pass to how the IC could help or could support the local committee and how we can work, the IC work with different commissions, methodology, finance, resources, or communication. This is the second part of our discussion. Now, we are just asking if you need some clarification about the place, about the logistical, about the venue, and things like that. Okay, Leo?
Yes, I'm curious about what could be considered not only for Nepal, but also for the whole region, the priority in subjects. You know that even if it is a broad scale of different thematic areas, in practice it has been always like that I don't know, in Mexico there was a certain priority on migration, in Belém there was a certain priority on the Afro-descendant population, and in Mumbai it was the war in Iraq and Afghanistan, which has been centered. What can we expect as an input, thematic input, as a priority from the organizers from the regions? Did you discuss that?
Rosie?
Bueno, creo que sigo yo.
Sí, Rosy.
Ok. Quizá ya lo dijeron, pero ando aquí entre lo técnico y otras cosas. Perdón si ya lo mencionaron, pero mencionan que el foro será del 14 al 19 de febrero. En la anterior reunión habían... es que, bueno, yo vi ahí que decía 14 y 19 de febrero, pero quiero la clarificación si es marzo o es febrero. Porque en el PowerPoint que compartieron dice febrero y en el cronograma también. Esa es una cosa. Y la otra es, ojalá nos compartan la presentación, ya sea por el chat o por correo, para que la podamos estudiar un poco mejor. Y la otra cosa, la tercera cosa es que ustedes, y quizás ya lo dijeron, pero integrarse a los movimientos sociales. No sé si lo entendí bien o son a las comisiones. Me imagino que la interacción va a ser en inglés y también saber en cuáles van a ser los horarios, porque ustedes están al otro lado del mundo o yo estoy al otro lado del mundo y los horarios seguramente van a ser complicados. Era eso nada más. Gracias.
Gracias, Rosy. Gilio? Gilio?
Merci beaucoup. Non, c'était la même question de Rosie au sujet des dates du forum. Merci beaucoup.
Merci, Gilio. Francisco?
Hello, bom dia. Speak in English. Maybe as an idea, adding what Leo was asking, talking already with some movements where I'm working with, especially on agriculture and food security, the date 2024 is the 25th anniversary of the Declaration on the Right to Food in the FAO. It was in 2001, and we are thinking about to have a focus on that because Nepal is one of the few countries with the right to food on their new constitution. And there is a right to food movement there where we are working with since decennies, no? And it might be also a possibility to bring back to the forum Via Campesina, FIAN, and others. So it's preliminary discussion we are having with all the agriculture and food security networks in the world, but this might be a possibility to have one of the focus. I know there is never one focus on the World Social Forum, But as we had sometimes like climate change in Montreal or in Dakar, indigenous people in Belém. So this could be maybe a possibility, as Nepal is politically a good place to focus on that. Thank you.
Merci, Francesco. Can we have some answers, please?
Netra, could you speak? Could you reply, please?
Okay, Mina. Yeah.
Okay, I don't know. I'll just explain because I don't know. Netra is not here.
Yeah, no, I'm here. I'm speaking. Mina, I'm speaking.
No, please go ahead, Netra, because I think they want to know about the date. Yeah. Yeah.
I'm audible. No, the date is the 14 to 19 February 2024, because we assess for the last few weeks. For the last few weeks, we assessed all the available spaces, and then also the tourist season, no, and then the tourist season, if it starts, and then there will be the hike in price is increases, hotel price, all the prices, flight price, no, airline, airfare. So we assessed and decided to be on 14 to 19 February 2024, the date in Kathmandu, and we already booked the primary venue, the core for the core function venue, and then all the side event venue. As we move, we continue to book. Okay, we continue to book. How many events will we decide, etc. And as we go through the plan, we keep booking for that. But the primary venue is already booked. And then also we talked with the government, the open space that showed by colleague in the presentation is the army territory. No, army territory, and army is interested to give, but we have to make a ample justification why we are doing that and who are working, but before 2 months of the event. Anyway, if that is not available, we have the ample spaces, open spaces to have the inauguration, accommodating 50,000 people, at least 50,000 people. We are expecting 50,000 to 100,000 people from South Asia and abroad, no, globally. So that is the one I wanted to respond about the date. And then if today's meeting take that into consideration, and then you announce that date, okay, through the IG system, that would be helpful to kick off the WSF 2024. That is the one point I wanted to make. And then another one is that yes, presentation sharing. I will share the presentation right now. The latest version, the version presented was it was edited again, the few words and then concepts. So I will attach with this in the chat box. That is that one. And in terms of the secret support, tremendous support. We will come up with you once we sit together with the national organizing committee, and we will also engage with the Asia platform. No, Asia platform means Asia Pacific Social Forum, because they have huge experiences and a lot of experiences organizing such forums before. So we will come after a few weeks to what subject, and then definitely the program and content, and then communication, and then obviously fundraising, and then how we make it more accessible for all people, no, from Latin America, Africa to everywhere. So we will come on that. We cannot right now, we can't say that this is needed. We need the support, but we are assessing, we are exploring what as support we need from both Asia Pacific and then other regional platform of World Social Forum and then global platform of the World Social Forum. Okay, that's all. Thank you. Thank you, Mina. If you want to aid, if the Asia Pacific Social Forum friends, they want to aid, because as Mina said that we will have a meeting, Asia Pacific Social Forum will have a meeting in Bangkok on 6 to 8 June in Bangkok, and it is already announced. And then Mina has already wrote a letter to IC 2 to 3 days before. Mina already put that. Okay,
thank you, Netra. Tord?
Thank
Maybe,
you.
There is another answer.
Gracias, Netra.
It's Francesco discussed about the thematics, about the agriculture, and because I think the FAO, that like I understand there is something on agriculture. It's going to be great if he said it's going to be great to have like a focus on not just agriculture, but maybe in climate issues, because it's all in the same package. I don't know if you can answer about that, or we can let it after Tord speak.
Should I speak?
Yeah, go ahead.
I think Francisco's point is very important. It's really, we have big problems getting Via Campesina clearly on board, but also Friends of the Earth and the environmental movement, because they've sort of been marginal in this process. And in spite of that, I'm a 50-year activist in the environmental movement, I see big problems, but also opportunities. I think that this whole way we did it at the World Social Forum 2021, we separated the rural and urban issues and addressed the socio-economic context very clearly, which made it easy to mobilize Via Campesina and Friends of Earth and the trade unions, because they clearly saw their place in this way of structuring the issues. Of course, it's too early to define now the Nepalese, but we know that it's very important to relate to the local circumstances. Every forum has to be part of some reality on the ground. And that's why I think Francisco's ideas here are actually important. And then we'll see step by step. We made really this effort in 2021, where we also linked very closely to the peace movement and tried to formulate this idea about disarmament for a social and ecological just transition, where we clearly both have sort of trade unions, food sovereignty, etc., etc. But we have to be worried here, because we have to maintain an open space idea for the whole World Social Forum. And that is a very important thing. But it is interesting when we discussed also China, that one of the interesting linkages here is the Global Sustainability University in Hong Kong, where they have a lot of rural projects in China and are clearly linked to, what could we call it, utopianism, Rojava, Chiapas, etc. And I think this is of interest for young people. And I think we need this kind of understanding that it's not enough with the old global movement that was against everything and addressed the global level. We also need a constructive level in terms of creating these alternatives. So this was a very welcomed intervention, and hopefully we can do this. This is very much in line with what we are discussing also in the assembly process, to go directly to the big main movements and ask them to contribute, including both informing about the World Social Forum in Nepal, but the need to a bit better preparations for the movement. Thank you.
Paco, à toi la parole.
Merci, Amuda, and hi to everybody. I agree also with Francisco and Tord to enlarge the participation. But I remember that Mina already talked that in the Asian Social Forum process was involved the union that is a part of Via Campesina in Indonesia with Henry Saraji. And also in India, the Via Campesina is very strong, and they were at the head of the big movement of the farmer that defeat Modi, one of the few defeat of the Modi. And so on my little position, I can also interact with them because I'm a part of one association, rural association in communication in Italy that is a part of the network of European coordination of Via Campesina. So I will take the presentation and everything to them, and I think like in the 21 with the tour that we organize a meeting with Via Campesina, we talk with them and with the union and on the climate and everything. So I think that is important to be open also because as Francisco said again, there are many meetings next year. Is the FAO probably is in Nyeleni. That was a big meeting that was made in 2006 after the forum in Mali, where they launched the food sovereignty process very strongly. So with Francisco, with Tord, we will talk together, and then we try with Mina, and we try to involve them again, because also if they are not here, they always participate to the forum where the forum is on the path. So thank you. Ciao.
Merci Paco. Je vais me prendre la parole aussi. Je vais donner j'ai besoin de clarification. J'ai entendu Netra dire que l'espace d'ouverture va être dans un espace de l'armée. Est-ce que c'est un ancien espace de l'armée ou est-ce que l'armée l'utilise encore? Comme vous savez, les principes du Forum social, on est anti-guerre, anti-armée, anti-capitaliste, et j'en passe, et on a plein de anti. Donc, j'ai entendu, est-ce que j'ai mal compris que c'est un espace de l'armée où il va y avoir l'ouverture, ou c'est juste un espace que vous l'appelez comme ça? Je ne sais pas, c'est juste une clarification par rapport à ça. Par rapport au deuxième, je réagis que Mina a dit par rapport aux ressources financières du forum. Nous avons au Conseil international, nous avons un canevas qui pourrait être utile pour vous au Népal pour écrire le projet. Il y a un canevas que nous avons qui à peu près trace tous les demandes de forum. On pourrait vous donner, je peux vous envoyer ce canevas-là avec certains bailleurs de fonds qui peuvent donner un coup de main au financement du forum, que je peux vous envoyer par mail. Comme ça, vous pouvez l'utiliser. Hein. C'est un open source que nous avons fait à l'intérieur du Conseil. C'est depuis Belém et avant Belém qu'on l'utilise. On l'a utilisé en Tunisie et ailleurs. Donc, j'ai même envoyé à nos amis du Canada le même canevas pour qu'ils puissent le faire eux-mêmes aussi par rapport à ça. Donc, je pourrais vous l'envoyer. Donc, ma question qui me revient, c'est par rapport à cette question de l'armée que j'ai entendue. Vous avez clarifié par rapport à ça. L'autre chose aussi, nous avons comment organiser un forum. Toutes les choses que nous, par exemple, les produits qui vont être utilisés sur le site du forum, comme les produits de Coca-Cola et tous les produits comme ça, les compagnies qui sont pas des compagnies nationales, que normalement nous prenons pas d'argent de ces compagnies-là et nous divulguons pas les produits de ces. Donc, est-ce que je sais que vous n'avez pas cette expérience, mais nous avons ces documents. Je vais vous les envoyer, ils sont traduits en anglais. Donc, je peux vous l'envoyer comme ça. Ça peut aider un petit peu. OK, merci.
Can I respond that? This is Netra speaking.
Okay. Mina?
The open space.
I think Netra wants to speak, so maybe he should speak first.
So, Mina, you speak or I clarify?
No, Netra, I think Netra should speak first to answer the questions and then I can go. Is that okay?
Okay, so then, no, the open space, the field is the
Okay, Netra.
Yes, okay, thank you. This is Netra. I'm talking about the open space, no? Open space where we can have our opening session. That is an open field owned by government, and then the government has assigned the military establishment, government military establishment to use that field. And that is the open space, and then we can have a approval and then organize any public event there.
दादाहरु सबैलाई बोलाऊ बुवा आमालाई लिएर आऊ जाने अब
Trilogy, just mute. Okay, so that is my clarification. That is not the military establishment, etc., etc. But we have to have a government approval. I mean the government approval assigned to the military take care of that field, open field. Okay, so that is the public usable that can use by the public, and then public event and accessible to public. So that is the clarification in terms of the. Okay, could you please mute your mic? Those who are not mute your mic. Please mute.
Trilok Chand, could you mute your mic?
Trilok, could you please mute? Yes, thank you. So that is my clarification. And another one, the Francisco, very practically our priority will be crisis in agrarian, crisis in agriculture, climate change. It would be the one of the focus area in WSF, pulling together the experiences of the food sovereignty movements, farmers movements, no, or the Lavia, Campesina movements. So definitely, yes, we agree on that, and then we will come with some proposal, and then it is the regional means Asia Pacific, and then international council, now global process that you have to contribute on that, how we can make more effective on that. We appreciate your proposal, and it will be the priority that in this crisis, no, food crisis and then climate crisis. Thank you, Mina. I finish.
Yeah, great. Can I speak now? Is there anyone else who would like to carry on this conversation?
No, Mina, go ahead.
Yes.
Okay, about the thematics that I think Leo asked about the thematics. We already have a number of thematics. We'll share it with you. But like the same thematics that are the normal kind of issues on which registration happens in all the world social forums. But beyond that, of course, everybody knows what are the main issues that will be coming up will be Burma, then war, and democracy, the deficit, inequality, poverty, livelihood, climate justice, all these issues will be taken up. And I think you should appreciate when we talk about China, because I think some people are a little bit, and we must understand that there is not the kind of democracy that you see in Europe or North America. We do not have that in any country, almost any country in Asia. So we not be able to hold a forum anywhere where it is possible to speak about everything. So it's not as if people are going to come into the tents to find out if any critique was done on China, for instance. But the thing is, one must understand Nepal is a very small country. It's bound on both sides by two very, very big countries, China and India, and that we are doing the forum there itself, we have to be really step carefully about some things. And that is all that Arjun and Netra were trying to tell us. We cannot have a demonstration, for instance, or support the Falun Gong in a demonstration within the forum. I mean, that's something that we have to communicate with people. Unfortunate, but that's the only way that we can do a forum. Maybe somebody wants to do it, but we don't have full democracy anywhere in Asia. The second thing I wanted to say was that if the International Council could organize a public press conference, a global press conference, like we did earlier for Mexico. So if we can have a press conference to announce this, right? And secondly, if separate, not something that will be, the committees, the mobilization, communication, methodology, and others, I think the global committees will have to be separate from the local committees. Because if we mix the two issues that will be debated will be completely different. So if it is possible to have some of the Asia Pacific and Nepali people on the global committees, a few of the committees like communication, methodology, mobilization and outreach, then liaison, like with the parliamentary forum, things like that. And this committee could have some of the people from Asia as part of it. So if this is okay, because I think trying to bring the committees together, it will not work, and there will be cross purposes, there'll be language difficulties, there'll be all kinds of issues of communication. So this is a proposal I'm placing, that if we can do the global committees separately for Nepal, I mean, with some Nepalis, with some Asians, but the local committees will be mostly dominated by our Nepali friends, with a few people from Asia and one or two people who might have to be there for any purpose. Of course, there's no problem, but it's not going to be easy to conduct this event with totally global committees. It won't be possible. It'll be a waste of your time, our time.
Merci beaucoup, Mina. C'est bien dit. Je pense que aussi il faut créer un facilitating group, un groupe de facilitation pour le forum du Népal, où il y a le forum asiatique avec les Népalais, plus les membres du Conseil international et autres que le Conseil international. C'est un groupe de facilitating committee. Mais ce qui est important aussi, c'est comment nous, comme Conseil international, nous pourrons donner un coup de main à la préparation du forum. Donc, avec ce Facilitating Committee, le groupe de facilitation, ça peut aider à travailler ensemble sans, comme tu l'as bien dit, ne pas nuire au déroulement du Népal sur la question logistique, sur la question, les questions que nous n'avons pas accès, que nous ne pourrons pas donner un coup de main, ça fait juste alourdir les réunions. Mais nous pourrons créer un groupe de facilitation qui pourrait se diviser en communication et en contenu et méthodologie. Comme ça, on peut travailler ensemble sur le contenu du forum et la communication du forum. L'autre point qui est important que tu viens de le signaler, c'est de décider une date pour faire le lancement, une press conference, international press conference virtuelle, que vous pouvez le faire directement au Népal et nous pourrons assister virtuellement et le comité international, le conseil international peut prendre une position. Comme ça, on fait le lancement officiel. Il faut juste décider de la date et qu'on vous proposera et au comité local, et on décidera de la date exacte au mois de mai ou un truc comme ça, ou au moment de votre réunion de Bangkok. Nous pourrons peut-être le faire avec Bangkok, je ne sais pas, mais il faudrait qu'on discute pour décider de la date et faire le lancement ou avant. Mais il faudrait juste qu'on décide ensemble, comme ça nous déciderons d'une seule date. Francesco.
Just maybe a proposal where we can launch a little bit the idea of the World Social Forum Nepal. I don't, a lot of us, or some of us, are always during international events, conferences, together, surely tackling with other issues. But I don't know if there's any international encounter where civil society is participating before June. But I know, for example, that I think 9-10 September is the G20 summit in India, for example, only international press reason. Then there is the SDG summit in New York, I think so. And okay, then it's a little bit late. Then is COP28 in Abu Dhabi. I don't know if there's anything. This could be also a place where at least some of us with a mandate of CI and maybe facilitating participation of Nepalese friends could be a more public participation of international press if we do it that way. It's only an idea. We have never done it. Besides, but this is over for this year, the World Economic Forum. Thanks.
Merci, merci Francisco. Léo?
Just a small remark on China. It is not so much that about criticizing China. It is, after all, it's become one of the big world powers, at least in the economic field. It would be interesting for me, and I think for everybody, to know a little bit more about how they would react to the alternative proposals we are carrying in terms of agriculture, in terms of climate and whatever we have talked about, but to include them. And I only wanted to know if you have already had some contacts, for instance, with universities in China or others, in order to have a presence which never happened before in the World Social Forum.
Thank you, Léo. Merci beaucoup, Léo. Mais les Chinese ont participé à Tunis. Ils sont venus une délégation dans les deux forums.
Nairobi aussi.
Yeah, they were everywhere. Also in Porto Alegre, there was always a delegation of the Chinese. Can I say something? Just
yeah, Paco, yes.
Briefly think about the what said also Francisco. I think that if we find a way to finance, to support a small delegation that can go to Bangkok, one from Americas, one from Europe, one from Africa, 3, 4 people, that could be useful to maybe launch with the virtual press conference the forum. So that's there we can make a call because it's in 2 months, June, and that's so we can launch very well the forum, and then we will go to concretize and everything. That is just because we have no money. I'm a part of a very small collective. I can put 50 euro, but maybe some other organization can. If we are all together, we can see if something happen. Of course, we have to use well the communication. Maybe make some video. I don't know. That is just a proposal. Then we can deal with it. Thank you.
Arjun?
No, I was trying to respond the question about China's participation. And in fact, the Hong Kong friend that it was Leo was referring to, where they are also friend and they participated in all social forum. They understand situation. There are other group also. They can come and discuss about the alternatives and their idea, their success stories. That's fine. Okay, I think the Hong Kong group that you are talking about, they will participate. They are close friend and they are working with us. we are talking, when we say that we cannot politically challenge, criticize Chinese government, something different than talking about alternatives or bringing Chinese delegates to Nepal. There won't be any problem. Okay, particularly group like this Hong Kong, what they call is global universal university. I
Global
forgot the exact
University.
name.
Sustainable
Global
Global
University. In fact, I am one of the founder of that, for your information. So we are working very closely with them. Yeah, Lau Kinchi is a part of us.
Yeah. I also in the same.
Yeah.
Founder. Ok, Fabien.
Oui, bonjour tout le monde, je parle en français. Je voulais insister sur l'importance de l'Afrique et la présence de l'Afrique. J'ai le sentiment que dans ce CI, il y a, ou alors j'ai loupé quelque chose, qu'il n'y a pas de représentant africain. Et s'il y en a, de toute manière, j'insisterai sur cette présence africaine à ce Forum social mondial. Je pense qu'il faut qu'on aide à ce qu'il puisse être présent pour deux raisons au moins. La première, c'est la continuité dans la préparation du forum social suivant, celui de normalement en 2026 en Afrique, peut-être qu'on l'avait souhaité et qu'on avait vu ensemble. Et puis la deuxième chose, c'est les relations politiques, économiques qui existent depuis quelque temps, notamment entre l'Afrique et l'Asie, et particulièrement la Chine, mais pas que la Chine. Donc, il me semble, pour différentes raisons, les mouvements sociaux de nos pays, de nos continents, ou de ces deux continents en tout cas, devraient pouvoir trouver toute leur place dans ce forum social. Alors, on sait bien que les conditions ne sont pas simples, et donc il faudra qu'on ait une attention particulière pour qu'il n'y ait pas un déséquilibre de ce point de vue-là, me semble-t-il, si on veut que ce soit un forum social mondial à la hauteur des ambitions qui sont les nôtres.
Bon, merci Fabien pour ce rappel sur l'importance de la participation africaine. Maintenant, ça va être Francisque, c'est la dernière intervention parce qu'on va passer au point numéro 3. On va continuer après, mais on va arrêter après Francisco.
Non, c'est bon.
OK.
C'est tout dit.
OK.
Surtout Fabien, ce que Fabien dit, nous soutenons et nous essayerons de faciliter la participation africaine.
Merci, Francesco. Léo?
Non, Léo.
Ah non,
non.
J'ai baissé la main déjà.
Ok, tu as toujours la main levée, de toute façon.
Hamouda,
c'est bien,
maintenant,
il faut toujours lever la main.
Hamouda, maintenant, c'est le point numéro 3 sur les avancements du site du FSM. Je pense que c'est toi qui peux présenter ça.
Oui, moi, je vais être bref. Hein. C'est pas grand-chose. Nous sommes en train de travailler sur un nouveau site web du Conseil international, pas du Forum social, mais du Conseil international, presque fini. Il nous reste certains bugs à régler. Il y a pas mal de documentation que nous avons ramassée de nos amis brésiliens, parce que c'est eux qui tenaient le secrétariat. Donc, on a pas mal de documents d'archives. Nous avons pas mal de documents sur la Tunisie, sur Dakar. Je vais contacter Carminda et Raphaël pour nous donner sur le forum de Montréal, parce qu'il nous manque des documents, des vidéos, parce qu'il y avait un site, mais il est fermé, qu'il y avait de Montréal. Il y a pas mal, le site vit encore. Donc, nous essayons de faire un nouveau site très dynamique où qu'on pourrait travailler ensemble. Après, il va être dynamique. Le secrétariat international va pouvoir l'alimenter. C'est pas quelque chose de sorcier. Il va y avoir un comité éditorial et tout. Donc, quand nous allons le finaliser, on va vous le présenter. Nous avons aussi, par rapport à la liste de diffusion, nous avons eu des problèmes sur la liste de diffusion. On n'avait pas assez d'espace dans le serveur qui était au Brésil parce que c'était un truc gratuit que Action Educativa nous avait laissé. Donc, c'est un site c'est un serveur qui prend pas beaucoup d'espace. On peut pas envoyer de documents joints. Si vous mettez c'est-à-dire des copies d'adresses, il bloque quand vous dépassez 3 copies en adresse. Donc, nous sommes en train de finaliser ce mémoire du forum, des forums et du Conseil international. Il y a pas mal de documents. Donc, quand ça sera prêt, nous allons vous informer par rapport à ça. Et voilà, en gros, c'est ça. Mais par rapport au site, la liste de ce que nous avons des problèmes par rapport à la liste de diffusion. Il y avait des personnes qui étaient membres du Conseil international qui ne sont plus au Conseil international, où leur organisation a changé et ces personnes-là n'existent plus. Nous sommes en train de nettoyer. Je vais envoyer la liste des organisations avec les mails parce qu'il paraît qu'il y a des membres qui ne reçoivent pas. Pour être sûr, je vais laisser mon mail sur le chat, comme ça, ceux qui ne reçoivent rien du mailing list, juste à m'écrire pour que je puisse changer leur adresse mail ou quelque chose comme ça. Donc, c'est ça où on est arrivé avec ça par rapport au site du Conseil international qui n'est pas du Forum social mondial. Donc, voilà.
Ok. Merci, Armuda. Rita.
Obrigada, Armuda. Esse site será de grande utilidade para dinamizar aí o processo, a comunicação do processo. Eu queria aproveitar a oportunidade, a título de contribuição ao processo de organização no Nepal relacionado a ferramentas de comunicação, lembrar que desde o Fórum das Economias Transformadoras na Itália, depois no Fórum Virtual e também no México, tem sido desenvolvida uma plataforma pela organização de François, que permite fazer inscrições, não estou falando do ponto de vista financeiro, de pagamento de inscrições, mas de registro de inscrições de atividades para um evento do fórum. E eu sugiro que ou via o grupo do Nepal, ou do CI, ou da Secretaria do CI, se pense na possibilidade de dar continuidade a esta plataforma como suporte ao trabalho que está sendo desenvolvido no Nepal, porque inscrição de atividades, alocar as atividades nos eixos, nos espaços, incluir relatórios, incluir vídeos, essas atividades, elas demandam bastante investimento. É claro que o Nepal terá o seu próprio website, as suas próprias ferramentas, mas nada impede que esta plataforma, que vem acumulando atividades desde que foi criada de forma separada por eventos, possa estar integrada, que considerem isso apenas uma contribuição, uma sugestão, que considerem a possibilidade desse diálogo para que esforços já feitos no âmbito do fórum e da comunicação sejam aproveitados e valorizados. É isso. Até agora, esse trabalho foi feito, digamos, pro bono, foi feito de forma ativista, colaborativa, mas é claro que chega um momento em que é preciso que uma adaptação para um novo evento, ela tenha também um diálogo aí para se orçar isso. Mas é um trabalho já muito avançado, todo o sistema está pronto, ele precisaria apenas ser adaptado e anexado. Olá?
Trilok,
Rita.
your
Tem alguém falando aí.
Trilok, can you please
नेपालीमा को बोल्दै हुनुहुन्छ तपाईँ म्युट गर्नुस् त
Trilok Chand.
Oh, sorry.
Terminou,
go ahead.
Rita?
Sorry about it.
Alguém pode. Eu terminei de falar, eu apenas estou fazendo o resgate do que nós já temos de contribuição na comunicação que pode ser considerado. Apenas sugestão.
Ok, obrigada. Mina? Mina?
Mina, you want to speak? You have your.
Just a brief question. We have two of our applications from Asian colleagues, Asian groups, which has been sent to the Secretariat a few months ago. So when is that going to be finalized? Because we do need more participation from the Asians, because they are a little bit upset that nothing has been heard about their membership. So could we just finalize that quickly so we have more help?
Excuse me, Mina, if I understand, you speak about the International Secretariat or about the IC?
No. The Secretariat, we have almost decided. We just need a formal decision. Maybe in a couple of days, we'll send it to you, the persons who will be on the Secretariat. No, this I'm talking about the membership application.
Yeah, I received two of them. Like I said, I would send it to, but we must decide in the IC meeting that we include to discuss their proposal. Just waiting for that, and we will tell them when in May maybe we do in the meeting of the IC. We will integrate to discuss their membership, because it must be decided in the IC like the others. It's okay? Mina, is it okay?
Which means that you will put it, you will ask them in May, then in June it will take
No. In May, we will have a meeting of the IC, because we have a discussion later, maybe in 5 minutes, discussion about the agenda of the IC, the meeting of the IC. And in one of the meeting of the IC that we suggest normally one a month, meeting one a month, maybe we include it in the agenda to discuss the membership of the two organizations that they put there.
Okay, by June, if that is done, that would be good.
Before June.
Okay, great. Thank you.
Okay.
And
Pierre?
also, will there be a participation from the IC in the June meeting in Bangkok? You will discuss it later?
Yeah, we will discuss it later. We will rediscuss it today. Pierre?
Okay, Pierre.
Oui, merci Marcella. Oui, I will speak in English. So what 2 points about the IC Secretariat website, the IC website. I wonder, is it possible to have a working meeting with the people from the Communication Commission historic of the IC? Because in Tunis, we decided to relaunch commissions. Having a website that's being prepared without involvement of the commission is a bit problematic. So it would be good if there could be a working meeting to present this website to the commission that was active some time ago, so in a kind of informal way, to have the feedback and have some discussion before the next IC meeting where it would be presented. That's my suggestion. So that would be some involvement of people that have an history of the reflections about websites. So if I would ask Amuda if it would be possible to schedule a working meeting. So that's my first point. About the second point, I would second what Rita said about the idea that there is this, I would say, one of the few things that has been associated also with the relatively good implementation of the forum online on 2021. And we know that the forum in Kathmandu will be also a hybrid forum because that not everyone will travel to Kathmandu. And this forum, this website, join.wsfforum.net, is one asset that has been developed in 2020, 2021, 2022. And maybe there could be a kind of distinction between this is a process-oriented website. It allows people, organization, to say we are in the process independently of an event. Also, it allows organization to say we are proposing activities anytime, anywhere, with either local, hybrid, face-to-face, online modalities. So it's a process website which shows also the activities in the event. So of course, it would be good to have a reflection, and this is also methodology and communication, to see how this website could be continued in a process dimension and articulated with an event website that, of course, will be for Nepal, the responsibility of Nepal. So suggestion is also to consider this as one dimension of the IC to sustain the process, because the event will be 5 days. Of course, there will be intensive preparation in a few months before the event, and hopefully there will be something after the event. But beyond this, there will be, before Africa, it will be more than 1 year without event in the WSF process. So it's important maybe to think about the dimension of the process, continuous process, and dimension of the event, and try to accommodate the two. So that's my suggestion. Maybe when the committees are formed about that, this global committee that Mina was referring to, we can discuss that, because this global committee, there could be maybe something linked to the event, but also something linked to the process. Thank you.
Merci Pierre.
J'ai vu ton... Ouais.
Merci Pierre. On va, ce que tu viens de demander, faire une réunion avec la commission communication, ce qui reste de la commission communication, faire la réunion avant de présenter le document, le site au Conseil international. Il n'y a pas de problème pour ça. Je pense que nous avons passé, il nous reste 15 minutes. Il ne faut pas qu'on exagère pour ne pas dépasser nos 2 heures de réunion. Comme ça, nos interprètes nous aimeront toujours. Si vous n'avez pas de questions ou de commentaires ou d'interventions, ce qu'il faudrait, je vais donner la parole à Rosie par rapport à... Elle nous a envoyé un calendrier de choix. Solamente finito ahorita, por favor. Je vais demander à Rosie de... Avec du respect, Rita, je suis en train de parler. Quand je vais parler, je vais te donner la main. Tu mets la main et je vais te... Ok, desculpa. Donc, je vais donner la parole.
Tradução, às vezes aparece silêncio e eu penso que você já parou.
No, porque hablando calma para la traduction simultanée. Donc, je vais donner la parole à Rosie par rapport à ce schedule qu'elle a mis pour pouvoir choisir nos nos jours de réunion. Merci à Rosie. Maybe Rita avant, Rosie. Merci, Rita.
Apenas para complementar que a sua resposta sobre a comissão de comunicação, o secretariado começou a abordar esse tema para preparar uma reunião tanto do secretariado como do Conselho Internacional sobre a pauta da comunicação estratégica do fórum, claro, com a comissão de comunicação. Então, isso não tem a ver com um site que está sendo desenvolvido, tem a ver com discutir a comunicação como um todo.
Tá bem.
Eu queria uma questão de ordem, antes de Rose falar, porque nós pulamos do primeiro ponto para o terceiro ponto, falando do site, e não se discutiu as comissões. Como é que ficou? Eu não entendi. As comissões, depois as pessoas escolhem, porque agora a Muda já está colocando para a Rose encaminhar o dia da reunião. É só para eu entender, porque ficaram as coisas soltas.
Oui, ok, je vais expliquer, Liège. Je vais parler en français. Les commissions, c'était par rapport au Népal, par rapport au Forum social du Népal. C'était ça. Puis, quand Mina a parlé, elle a pris la parole, ils ont parlé un petit peu, ils ont dit c'est mieux d'avoir un groupe de facilitation du forum, et dans ce groupe, on pourra discuter de ces commissions qui vont donner un coup de main, qui vont travailler avec nos amis du Népal et de l'Asie. C'était dans cette perspective-là, pour nous, c'était des questions qu'on voulait savoir par rapport au Népal. Est-ce qu'ils ont créé déjà des commissions qui ont commencé à travailler? Donc, d'après leur présentation, il n'y avait pas encore de commission qui travaille sur le site web, ni de communication, ni de méthodologie, ni tout ça. Ils sont juste en préparation de tout ça. Donc, c'est pour ça que nous faudrons qu'on prenne une décision aujourd'hui, à la fin, dire que ce groupe de facilitation pourrait se réunir, je ne sais pas, d'ici 2 semaines. Et dans ce groupe de facilitation, entre nous, nos amis asiatiques et nous pourrons décider deux comités, c'est-à-dire un comité communication et mobilisation et un comité sur le contenu, la méthodologie par rapport... Est-ce que c'est bien expliqué, Liège?
Ok, é porque eu tinha pensado, como estava na pauta, fora da história do fórum, que era as comissões do CI. Tudo bem,
não.
Agora está claro. Não, entendi, Marcelo, agora está claro, depois da explicação de Ramuda. Tudo bem, podemos ir caminhando para o final, que eu fico só até às 14 horas.
Mina?
Nous aussi. Mina.
Can I just come in on Amuda's? Yes, please. Just to clarify so that there is no misunderstanding. See, we have been working on other events before. So we already have some committees, we call them committees, methodology committee, we have all these committees for earlier events that we have done. And we have kind of continued with those committees, but they are not specific for Nepal. So now for the Nepal event, because some people will have to give time exclusively for the Nepal event, we plan to reorganize those committees in June. But right now, Nepal already has groups, as they said to you in the presentation. There are groups working on outreach. They're working on what do you call it? Logistics, all these issues. They already have committees working. But we need to make this global. And I don't think there'll be any, my point was there's no point in non-Nepalis or non-Asians being part of the Nepal committees, right? So there will be some people, like for instance, on resource, on mobilization, etc., some, but there has to be some committees which will exclusively look at global outreach so that we have different committees looking. I don't know how we can do this. I know we have not done that before, but I think to mix both means that both sides, because Asia is huge, just huge. And there are so many issues like China, there's many issues that we have to handle. So I don't know whether you want to make all this into a 50-member committee and then sort this out in that, or whether we should have two separate committees, one for Nepal and for the event, and then one to do the global outreach and for the IC agenda specifically. I don't know. I mean, I'm just thinking aloud. I don't have any clear ideas. I'm saying there is a problem. We need to sort this out properly. Otherwise, it'll just be long meetings. And as you know, see, it becomes this time. For us, we are half asleep. By the time it's morning in Brazil, we are half asleep. So to have meetings, long meetings is impossible. I'm already tired. Arjun is in the US. He's half asleep already. He's asleep, I think, already.
Je suis d'accord avec toi, Mina. C'est pour ça que nous voulons créer le plus tôt possible un groupe facilitation pour le Népal. Et de ce groupe de facilitation pour le Népal, pour ne pas, parce que comme tu viens bien de le dire, il y a des différentes heures de travail et des moments où nous, on est pendant la journée, vous êtes presque à minuit. Donc, c'est pour ça que notre groupe de facilitation va travailler que sur la mobilisation internationale pour qu'on puisse donner un coup de main sur la mobilisation internationale et la communication, parce que ça va aller pour tout le monde, et sur le contenu et la méthodologie pour qu'on puisse travailler ensemble pour que le forum au Népal ne soit pas un forum asiatique ou népalais, que ce soit un forum international. Donc, comment créer cet espace international à l'intérieur du forum, quand on sait que 80% du forum vont être des gens d'Asie et 80-60%, ça va être des gens du Népal. Donc, c'est normal qu'il y a ça. Donc, c'est pour ça que ce groupe de facilitation va pouvoir mobiliser sur la question de la communication, de la mobilisation, du contenu, parce qu'il faut qu'on discute ensemble sur le contenu. Comme tout à l'heure, nous avons commencé déjà à parler sur le changement climatique et la durabilité, et l'agriculture. Donc, juste pour qu'on ait ces discussions-là, pour faciliter le travail de nos amis au Népal et faire adhérer plus de mobilisation internationale. Donc, c'est pour ça que c'est important qu'on collabore ensemble et qu'on travaille ensemble. Pierre-Georges,
Oui, merci, merci Amouda. Thanks. I will speak in English. I understand from the earlier conversation that this facilitation group that Amouda is talking about is for the event. And that the issue of restarting the commissions in the IC, which is a decision we took in Tunis, will be other commissions. And I think that was the conclusion given to Liège, etc. So for me, it's clear that we're talking about event-oriented commissions that will be organized as Amouda has said and Mina has said. And there is the other issue of starting the permanent IC commissions for, I would say, the process in general. That's the understanding. Thank you for confirming.
Oui, c'est ça. C'est ça que tu viens de dire. C'est le résumé de ce que tu viens de dire, Pierre-Georges. Là, on donne la parole à notre amie Rosie.
Sí, gracias. Eso es muy breve. Decirles que compartimos en el chat del CI una consulta vía WhatsApp y ayer un link también de una consulta Framaforce para ver qué día les quedaba mejor para nuestras reuniones. Voy a compartir una tablita de cómo va la votación. Les habíamos dicho, así va. El 35, casi 35% dice que prefiere el jueves, ¿no? Un 23% los viernes y los demás pues ya menos. Entonces, deseamos que fuera ayer la votación para presentarlo hoy, pero podríamos dar quizás hasta el próximo, bueno, hoy es jueves, hasta el próximo lunes, y no sé si está de acuerdo, Hamuda, Marcela, para que voten en alguna de las dos, de preferencia una sola vez para que no haya más. En total los votos son de 30 entidades, ¿no? Entonces, así es como vamos. Eso es lo que tenemos. Entonces, hasta ahora el jueves es el día que se prefiere para las reuniones. Y el horario, pues, es el que generalmente tenemos, ¿no? 9 de la mañana, o si prefiere una hora antes, bueno, ya lo podemos también consultar. Voy a parar la presentación aquí.
Merci, Rosie. C'est très gentil. Donc, on maintient nos réunions le jeudi, puisque tout le monde a décidé ça. Donc, on maintient à la même heure et on continuera de cette manière. L'autre question qui est importante aussi, c'est par rapport au groupe, pour ne pas perdre de temps, hein, pour le groupe facilitation entre le CI et le comité asiatique au Népalais pour le forum, il faudrait que nous disions une date, je ne sais pas, dans 2 semaines, par exemple,
Hamouda,
ou c'est trop proche. Oui, vas-y, Marcel.
Hamouda, on pourrait faire
la même chose.
La même chose le jeudi prochain, le 4 mai. C'est la prochaine
Okay.
réunion du CI. À ce moment-là, le point principal, ça va être la constitution du groupe de facilitation du forum en Népal.
OK.
Tout le monde est d'accord? Comme ça, c'est moins compliqué, c'est moins de réunions. C'est notre premier point
parfait.
et après ça, on ajoute le restant des points. Ça va?
Parfait.
Tout le monde est d'accord avec ça?
Sim.
Qual data, Marcela, que eu não deu para entender?
4 de maio.
Ah, sim.
Tout le monde est d'accord, c'est bon.
C'est bon.
Donc, juste pour capituler. Donc, nous avons décidé, comme Conseil international, c'est bien de mettre les points sur quoi on est d'accord.
Ouais.
Nous avons décidé comme Conseil international, nous créons.
C'est un groupe de facilitation pour le forum du Népal qui se tiendra le 4 mai pour discuter comment on va travailler et tout ça. Le deuxième point, c'est, comme l'a suggéré Paco, ça serait bien au moins 4 ou 5 personnes puissent aller au mois de juin à Bangkok pour la réunion asiatique qui va avoir lieu à Bangkok. Comme ça, nous pourrons peut-être de cette place-là faire la press conference, la conférence de presse. Ça pourrait être le moment de le faire. Si on n'est pas capable de partir et d'arriver au Népal, les gens du membre du conseil qui n'ont pas de financement, à ce moment-là, on garde cette date-là pour faire une conférence de presse à cette date-là au mois de juin pendant que tous nos amis asiatiques sont ensemble. Et le troisième point qui est quand le site web va être prêt, va être proposé aux commissions communication qui existent et de là, après le présenter au Conseil international. Moi, de mon côté, je vais envoyer les documents à nos amis népalais et asiatiques, le format que nous avons fait du Canva, comment faire le projet et avec une liste de bailleurs de fonds qui peuvent déposer leur demande, puisqu'il reste un peu de temps, et pas beaucoup, mais un peu de temps par rapport à ça. Et l'autre point, c'est sur le forum, toute la procédure, comment on organise un forum par rapport aux produits qui sont vendus, par rapport à tout ça, on va l'envoyer. C'est un truc qui a été fait par le Conseil en 2010, qui n'est pas si vieux que ça, moins vieux que moi, mais en tout cas, donc on va envoyer ça. Et voilà, je pense que c'est ça les points que nous avons travaillé, que nous avons discuté. Donc, notre prochaine réunion, le 4 mai, et nous verrons un agenda. Donc, dans ce 4 mai, on va demander, puisque nos amis népalais et asiatiques sont avec nous dans cette réunion-là, que le 4 mai, ils soient là Si un peu plus de personnes du côté asiatique qui veulent être dans nous, il faut qu'on mobilise aussi d'autres, nos amis d'Afrique, parce qu'ils sont là, c'est juste qu'ils ne sont pas venus aujourd'hui. Normalement, ils sont toujours dans les réunions, mais aujourd'hui, ils ne sont pas là pour qu'ils puissent être aussi dans ce comité facilitateur. Je n'ai pas compris. Ole, I don't understand your question about sitting the committee on the 4th of May, we said.
Hamuda, dernière intervención de Arjun y
sí,
después terminamos. Arjun.
Oh, okay, thank you. I was just trying to add that your participation in Bangkok meeting is also important, but not only from Americas, maybe at least one or two from Africa would also make big difference in terms of international mobilization. Yeah, Francisco mentioned that he can help. And in fact, I'm also part of a group called LDC WAS. We are working in 46 UN-defined least developed countries, and 36 of African countries are also part of this LDC WAS network. So maybe we can, we should try to bring at least one or two people from Africa as well, so that we have a global meeting in Bangkok.
Just can you remind us the dates exactly for the Bangkok meeting? I know that Mina sent it yesterday, but just remind it to the people, please.
Mina,
thank
could you
you.
please explain?
Just a moment. 6th. I don't want to make a mistake, so I'll check again before I tell you.
June 6, 8 or so.
6 to 8 June, Mina, you mentioned, and we have also
June 6 to 8. Double check, huh?
Double checking. Yes.
Yeah.
Double checking.
Ya nos estamos quedando sin intérpretes, queridos. Vamos cerrando.
Jimena. Sí, Hamuda.
Because Mina, if you do, sorry if I interrupt you.
6 to 8, please.
No.
6 to 8. June 6 to 8. Yeah.
Wait, Mina. If you do the meeting, you know, that the people start from Tuesday, the cost is usually less. If it's in the middle of the week, just the technical things for the fair.
We cannot change the date.
Fair. Okay, because it's the fair.
The date can't be changed.
Okay, but remember next time, because if you take, if you start in Sunday, Monday, Tuesday, means that you have to go Monday. Monday is a business trip for the people. So that is, and
but we have a problem.
40-50% more.
Okay.
That is they are the rule now for the flight ticket.
Yeah.
Okay. Allez,
okay,
merci beaucoup.
Are we done? Because it's really late.
Yeah.
Yes.
Merci à nos interprètes. Merci encore. Beaucoup.
Sí.
Grazie a tutti. Thank you.
Merci beaucoup.
Goodbye.
Bye.
Gracias a los intérpretes.
Gracias a los intérpretes.
Bye al Arabi.
باي مع السلامة.
Chao.
Have a good day.
Happy Eid for
Nos vemos la
tomorrow.
próxima.
Happy Eid for tomorrow.